Dapat America should take these Afghan collaborators ng Amerika directly to their homeland. Kasi yan ang ginagawa ng Germany. Germany to take in 1,000 at-risk Afghans every month. Diretso po sa Germany. Bakit hindi magawa ng Estados Unidos yan? Kasi takot din. Unang-una sa domestic opposition sa Estados Unidos ang gobyerno ng Amerika sa dumarating na mga ekstranghero galing sa iba't ibang bansa including Afghanistan. There will be opposition, there will be criticism. Tapos dito, itong mga senatonto na to, yung mga kolumnista na to, palalabasin pa na bigotry, sabi ni Tony Contreras ng Manila Times. Itong mga Filipino collaborators, ang problema po ng Pilipinas. They continue to insist on looking at everything from the eyes of Americans, not of Filipinos. No, kung i-insist pa nila na daan na lang dito bago pupunta ng Amerika, let's point this out. Germany to take in Afghans, 1,000 Afghans every month. Wala talagang argumento po itong mga pro-US Afghan US collaborators na to. And our media continues to, hammer at it na tayo pang may kasalanan. Okay, it's now 9:24. We're transitioning to the international developments na po. Of course, we have discussed the situation in Russia at the latest post from Joshua na kanyang hinabol, that Prigozhin is now accepting exile to Belarus. It's a good compromise. Hindi siya po ikukulong so far, pero we don't know the full extent of the impact on the. What is clear, I think, I agree with Scott Ritter that the counteroffensive ng Russia to the counteroffensive of Ukraine will be delayed because of this. Al Galang has the point doon sa comments that it may weaken Russia because mawawala po yung Wagner group. But I think the Wagner group will opt to join Putin's army, because they are now without an employer if they leave the Russian flank, Russian forces. So, mercenaries naman po yan, madali naman po yan na baliktad po kung it is a turning away from Prigozhin. So madidelay lang po ang counteroffensive ng Russia. And the takeover, which I got from my own contacts in the Russian community in the Philippines, that Russia will take over Odessa and Zaporizhia and shut off, as Kaado has always stressed, Ukraine from the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea ba? I hope I don't mix up the names.
Black Sea, yes. Black
Sea, Okay, now from Al Jazeera, which is a mouthpiece of Western media din po, Al Jazeera. This report posted by Morgan. China beating West in race for critical technologies, report says. And this is from an Australian think tank. I'm trying to find that name, but I don't think we need to. This is from the Australian Strategic Policy Institute. So, I think talagang magre-race ahead po ang China sa technology, sa AI, artificial intelligence, and so on. But again, the point of reporting this is that China does not need a war, does not need to compete with the sense of competition with the rest of the world. It's just going on its own momentum. At kung anumang mga pressure na ine-exert ng Estados Unidos to compete with China, China will just be even more motivated to invest more money, which it has, which the United does not have anymore, to invest its money, China's money, into more technological development. Dati, pinipigilan pa nila yung sariling development po nila para mabalansin nila ang economic relations with the United States and Europe. Pero kung ganyang ipepresyo sila, lalo magsusolo po ang China. And of course, that is a factor in our economic planning for our own country. It's just an example, and I think this was posted by our friend si Techi Capellan, who is in the solar business in the Philippines. And nag-post siya po sa Viber group ng APCU, Association for Philippine-China Understanding, na talagang magbe-break away ang China sa solar power compared to the West. Kasi po sabi niya, comparing the prices ng polysilicon and module prices in China in 2023, kung paano bumabagsak po ang cost ng China dito sa mga ito na major component po ng solar power. So kaya ko rin na feature ito. Ako I'm planning to transition to solar power very soon because actually I've been waiting, Ka Joshua and everybody else. I've been waiting for 20, 30 years for the real viable solar power. Kasi maraming hype in the past 20, 30 years. Solar power, yan ang future, yan ano. Pero hindi pa rin economical compared to the cost of capital. Yung iyong ipapasok na capital na babawiin mo for the 10 years at dahan-dahang pumapasok ang pakinabang po ng mas mababang presyo ng kuryente galing sa solar. Tapos yung peligro na masira, mabasag sa typhoon and so on. So maraming factors yan. So hindi pa economically viable. But now they are converting not only 15%, 18% ng solar power ng radiation from the sun to power. Now they're achieving 30%. Merong iba 50%. So talagang viable na. But the cost is the key factor. Sobrang mataas kung German solar power or American solar power panels and so on. But Chinese solar power is already viable. And then of course that storage batteries, yun ang isang. But malapit na rin siguro ako mag-transition. And this is a good news and good development that China is moving forward and lalo-lalo na is bringing down the cost of the components of solar power. Again, a sign of Chinese advancement from the South China Morning Post, which is really very controlled by the British. Chinese universities ranked ahead of Oxbridge, Caltech in quality research output by Nature Index. Nature Index is a publication. Rankings based on published scientific papers show Chinese institutions overtaking the United States and other Western counterparts. Sun Yat-sen University overtakes Oxford with 22% more contributions to world research in the past year, rankings show. So that is the good use of a big population that is educated and skilled. Hindi po tulad ng ginagawa sa masa natin po dito, iniiwan ng mangmang, walang edukasyon, stunted ang mga utak ng mga bata. So we now go into more political issues. Global Times opinion piece by Guo Yuan-dan. His headline here, transit of U.S. Coast Guard ship through Taiwan Strait is purely a publicity stunt exposing U.S. diplomatic duplicity, sabi ng experts. Ngayon, ito ay January 23. Nakaraan na po yung bisita po ni Blinken sa China na nakikipag-usap para ma-normalize ang relasyon. Pero sinira po ni President Biden by this dictator comment about Xi Jinping. And now, tuloy pa rin ang ang provokasyon ng U.S. warships and this time Coast Guard ship sa Straits of Taiwan. Okay. Now we go to back to Russia dahil ito ay nalagay na po natin sa agenda natin. Nagtalumpati po si President Putin right after the reports of Prigozhin coming out with this attempted coup, which was a real stupid plan, which makes me suspicious that Prigozhin Prigozhin really made a plan that he knew would not work because he is not that stupid to make a threat to do a coup that he has to travel several days to Moscow under the threat of Russian missiles, Russian planes, Russian drones. Alam naman niya siguro na hindi siya aabot sa Moscow doon. Bakit niya ginawa yan? Of being the mercenary that he is, I would now suspect that he just wanted to make money out of it. And he did. and accepted a compromise solution immediately, which is exile and safety in a third country, which is Belarus, an ally of Russia. So easy way out, di ba? But that is a theory. I don't know if Kaado and Ka Joshua or our listeners have any comment on this. I'll visit the comments for a while so that we can update ourselves. Napakaraming comment po kasi dito. Ano? Freud de Silva, hindi lang ERC ang regulatory captured, kundi maging ang Malacanang ay administratively captured. Absolutely correct.